Well, it is Wednesday and I am back in the office. I was in Philadelphia this morning doing a bench trial in municipal court. The charges weren't that serious, but it was a very difficult case for us in Philadelphia, which we plan on appealing. In our office, we don't hide when we're not successful in a case, but there's always another option. In this particular case, I am confident the matter will do well on appeal. With that said, it is Wednesday. It is the Wednesday before the 4th of July. And as always, I give my 4th of July advice. It's been a busy week for our law firm and last week for our law firm, both in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. In addition, personally, I've been driving like crazy for work and for my own family. My kids have had camps. My daughter is still away in the Poconos, and my son is up in Rhode Island. He had a hockey camp there. So just trying to get things done prior to going back and getting them on Friday and Saturday. But again, it is 4th of July. I will not be celebrating with my kids. They're at camp. My wife and I will find something to do. But I wanted to make this video regarding my weekend advice, giving it a little early. As I always say, a DUI in Pennsylvania or DWI in New Jersey can happen at any time or place. And if you are stopped for suspicion of DUI in Pennsylvania or DWI in New Jersey, do not refuse the chemical test. It will never help your criminal case. Be respectful, be polite to the officer, but do not give consent to search your person or your property. Now, you have the right to refuse a field sobriety test, like the walk and turn test, the one leg stand test, the horizontal gaze, the nystagmus test. You can do all that and nothing will happen in terms of your license being suspended. But if you refuse the chemical test, your license will be suspended administratively, and that takes it outside of the criminal courts and simply makes it an administrative action by PennDOT or whoever supervises your transportation department in a particular state. Now, with that said, if you are traveling between states, also remember that most states that there's a reciprocity issue with regards to guns and firearms. If you are traveling between states, I recommend that you keep the gun in a separate gun box, keep the ammunition separate. Do not leave it under your seat. Unfortunately, it is not an argument that I'm just defending my family or I'm just defending myself. I'm driving through a dangerous place. It's a big city. That is a potential mitigation argument, but it's not a legal defense. So unfortunately, if you're in a state like New Jersey and you're found in possession of a firearm, you face a mandatory minimum state sentence. Now, there's things that our firm can do with regards to potential pretrial issues like probable cause to stop, probable cause to arrest, in the form of pretrial motions. In addition, from a defense standpoint, there's also things we can do with regard to Graves Act waivers and potential PTI applications, but New Jersey still has mandatory minimum sentence for the unlawful possession of a gun or firearm. New Jersey doesn't have mandatory minimum, I'm sorry, Pennsylvania doesn't have mandatory minimum sentencing, but it is still nevertheless a felony offense. And Pennsylvania, I wrote recently, updated its sentencing guidelines, and those guidelines, in my opinion, are much harsher than before. With regards to traveling, remember that a DUI and DWI in New Jersey, it doesn't have to just be alcohol. It can be drugs, both legal and illegal. People think that a drug DUI is simply having something like cocaine or heroin in your system. It's not. It can be Benadryl. So if you're taking prescription drugs or over-the-counter drugs, read the labels because you can be arrested and convicted of a drug DUI, both in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and in most states, by simply taking a medication that impairs your ability to operate a vehicle safely in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Remember, if you are arrested, do not make any statements to police. Just have the opportunity to have your family contact an attorney. Remember that any attorney worth his or her salt should be available to do a bail hearing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The bail proceedings are very different between states. Remember that in New Jersey, there's a cashless bail system and there's a detention system that requires a separate proceeding. If you are arrested and the prosecution moves to detain you, there will be a separate proceeding down the road, usually in like 2 or 3 days. In Pennsylvania, there's still a cash bail system, and the cash, the amount of bail is based on the gravity of the offense. the propensity toward violence of the person, and risk of flight. So those are all factors used in both Pennsylvania and New Jersey, except New Jersey uses a cashless system. But if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, the website GamboneLaw.com. As always, a tremendous resource for you and your family. All my books, my blogs, and videos are available there in one convenient format. At this point, we have over 1,000 blogs, 6 strategy books, hundreds of videos, I believe over 600 videos. So a lot of information that's available through our law firm. We believe that an educated client is in the best possible position to receive a great result in our case. Now, tomorrow I'm coming out with my weekly e-update, coming out with it on Thursday as opposed to Friday, because a lot of people are taking the long weekend, and I want people to go on the weekend with some great information that's helpful to them and their families. But once again, if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey. Have a great Memorial Day. Great July 4th weekend. Please enjoy it responsibly, and I'll talk to you all very soon.